Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Wilson. I'm the Associate Director of Student Development, and I am here today to talk to you a little bit about managing your roster on OspreyHub. This is one of the commonly asked questions that we get as we start the new school year or the new semester is, why don't people have certain access levels, or how can I get things set up? So let's run through this really quickly. When you log on to OspreyHub, you will have all of the organizations that you are a member of on the left-hand bar. So click on the icon for the group that you wish to update the roster for, and go down to hit on roster. Once you select that, this is what the screen will look like. The box up here on the top right is where you can go to invite people. That's really helpful if you're collecting a list of interested students at the Get Involved Fair or at some of your programs, or maybe people are coming to meetings and they're not yet on your roster. The big thing here is to make sure that you're using their Stockton email address. But you can send invitations right through the system. They'll get an email alert, go click and accept, and then they will automatically be on your roster. Down here for managing your roster, there's two different options, well, three. So there's the current members who are on your roster. There's pending, which shows all the members who have been invited to join your organization but haven't yet accepted. And then prospective members are the people who have expressed interest in wanting to join. So maybe they logged on after new student orientation or after the Get Involved Fair and are trying to join your organization. You need to go on there and click confirm for anyone who you believe is a member of your organization. Now, there might be some people who just automatically click everything. Feel free to filter that out a little bit. So maybe you want to wait until you've actually met the people or reached out to them via email to let them know about your general member meetings, or you've seen them actually attend something, and then you can hit accept. Or maybe you want to just accept everybody and then kind of weed it out and clean things up later. But that's the difference between the pending option and prospective. Now, one of the biggest questions that we get asked in student development is, why doesn't somebody have access to, let's say, why doesn't the treasurer have access to the finance tab, or how come our secretary doesn't have access to adding events? So what you need to do is, when you are on your roster, go up towards the top and click manage positions. When that happens, you will have the ability to create different positions or check the access level of positions that already exist. So up here is the screenshot for the treasurer position. So right now, the treasurer of this organization is set to have all access. Most of the time, members will have no access until they're assigned to a position. You can also change things so that maybe you only want the treasurer to have access to adding events and doing the financial purchase requests and funding requests, but maybe you don't want them to have access to publishing news articles or some of the other items there. So you can play around if you want. Let's say the secretary only has the ability to update documents and update events, but you don't want them to have access to finance. You can play around with that in whatever way makes sense for your organization. But typically, the reason why people might not have access is because their access level for their position is set to no access, or they're not assigned to the position. So once you have your position set and your access level set, you would need to assign them to people on your roster. So let's say that this individual needs to be assigned to the treasurer position. So you'd click the little edit button down here, click treasurer, hit save, and those should be all set at that point. And you should have access for all of your e-board members to access what they need to do. Obviously, if you have questions, let us know. But that is how to manage your organization's roster in a nutshell. Hope that helps.